1051.
Spot 1051, home of the Breakfast Club. My guy is in the building today.
Yeah.
August Alsina is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Familiar right here. We family.
Yeah, because I really with you.
Nah, I got.
I don't usually curse on the radio, but I had to say that
Nah.
because Jill, you understood how
I get it. Because in this vice versa, it's likewise. I got a whole lot of love. I don't like too many people, but I'm definitely. We had a conversation before.
Mhm.
What attracts me to people is people that want to help me grow and see me be better.
Mm.
And that's one thing that I could always say about you, that you, every time we've had an encounter, you've always tried to uplift me with some form of positivity in any way of my life.
Mm.
So I appreciate that, especially being a young boy.
It's all right. It's okay. I
It's-
love that. It's the sentiment is real. You can't censor that.
Like,
you can't censor
So
that.
I appreciate like, genuine people like you, especially in a fake ass game where people.
Well, because when I see somebody like you who's, what are you now, 22?
I just turned 22 a few days ago.
Happy
you.
belated birthday.
Virgos.
So when I see somebody like you at 22, I think there's so many things I wish I knew, wish people put me on to, wish I didn't get, you know what I mean? Just, and then you, especially where you at, and everybody's looking at you,
Yeah.
and,
That's why.
But you seem to be doing all right.
I mean, I because I ask a lot of questions.
Mhm.
I'm always I always want to know. Like I want to know what you know, what the next person know.
right.
Whether it's good or bad, negative, give it to me, because all of that, I think, come together and kind of make a person. Just my brains and your brains, you put it together,
It's good.
it leave me, a few steps ahead of everybody else.
Who's giving you the best jewel? Like, because you've been around some people.
Mhm.
You've been around, you know what I mean? You done
Mhm.
songs with Usher. You're about to do this tour with Usher and.
I think Usher, and especially what I'm excited about for the tour, is that more than anything, like sharing the stage with Usher, like that's super dope. I'm honored, but like I said before, I'm always hungry for some type of knowledge, for some type of wisdom. So in Usher, he a OG. He been doing it for a long time. So I just feel like it's so much that I can learn from him. Just
Right.
and not
Has he dropped anything on you yet?
yeah,
Has he given you anything?
but just on some unconscious type of dropping though, like
Watching
just
work.
being around, just
yeah.
being in the mix. And one thing I notice about Usher is that he is a very like just chill, mellow type of person, and I always think like, because with me being so fresh and so new, I always feel like I'm so tense in like around people or whatever, when I really should be relaxed, because it's like I should be happy I accomplished a lot. So in this new place, in this new space in my life, I'm just really looking all around for some type of balance that I can find, and I've been screaming this balance thing for a long time.
It's the realest though. You have to have it.
You gotta find it, but I will say what I'm learning is that I don't really know if it is a real quote unquote balance. I think it's the good with the bad, and it's the bad with the good, and you just gotta kind of coast it in between.
Okay.
That's just my thoughts. And
Do you watch Super Soul Sundays? I feel like we're having a Super Soul Sunday moment. All right, so we have a tour happening.
Yes.
November starts. That's right around the corner.
Yep. I'm right off of my tour. I kicked
All
off.
right, we have your tour. Tonight you have a show.
Yep.
Tonight you have a show.
Mhm.
And so then what happens? You wrap up your tour and then you go on
I'm
this
right
other
off of my
tour?
tour and then straight on to Usher tour.
Wow. Do you have to adjust? Does the show have to be different level? Like, do you get on tour with Usher and then say,
No, you have to. You
Step
got.
it
Of
up.
course, you have to.
yeah.
You have to step it up, of course, but at the same time, always continue to be exactly who you are.
Right.
Because I always see, in the weirdest way, that so many people get
It's so weird.
and I understand it, because you get kind of sidetracked because you see this person doing what they do,
Yeah.
and you feel like you have to do some of what they do.
Yes.
That ain't the case for me. I just want to make sure I deliver exactly who I am, and make sure that the people leave out of there with a sense of who I am.
But it's good because it'll open it up too, and there'll be new people that don't know who you are yet.
Very, very, because that's a different crowd. We doing spots like Madison Square Garden, like you know, that part of it right there. Because I always hear about Madison Square Garden and everything else. I've never stepped foot in there before.
Are you kidding me?
Ever.
Really?
Man, listen, there's a lot of things that I've never done. I just turned 22. I've never been on vacation. You've
never been on vacation?
Ever.
Never put your toes in somebody's sand and just laid on a beach chair somewhere?
No.
Or no yacht?
Unless I'm like, just finished a show in Miami and like, oh, let's go do this for a couple minutes.
Yeah,
and
right.
Let's slide.
I can't imagine what 22 feels like in the position that you're in. With the level that, and as fast as everything.
It's a hell of an experience. And what's even more crazy is that a lot of people feel like it's moving so fast, and then I gotta step back and be like, damn, why the hell are these people? Why are you congratulating me? What I'm doing? And I step back and actually realize like. Oh, like my big homie told me the other day, like, you the talk of the town. I don't know if you realize it or not, and don't let that go to your head, but you are. And I got to step back because when you working, and not only working, but you dealing with work and you dealing with your own life and every problem that every other 22-year-old or 21-year-old go through, that they make it through, but it don't feel like it feel like this the end of my damn world.
Right.
It's a whole lot to kind of juggle, because I'm trying to focus on actually staying focused and staying spiritual, focus on not losing myself through it all, actually focus on experiencing the experience, never getting too numb and too far removed from the world. I got girls telling me, why are you so distant and don't want nobody to talk to you? And so
because it's a lot of y'all out here right now.
Yeah.
Regulate some of this.
See, you understand it. You understand it.
Are you being careful and careful out here? Are you being careful?
I think I'm probably. I actually heard that I'm being actually way too careful.
Really? How is that possible? What do you mean?
It's possible because I ain't.
Really?
I mean,
I would have assumed you were just reckless.
I know. Oh no, I done been through that. Listen, here's the thing. I've been through the reckless stage.
Yeah.
But way before this stage has happened.
When was that happening?
I was bad.
You was young.
No, and I was terrible.
Oh my God.
Terrible to the point where it spooked me. Like, oh, I gotta slow down.
Yeah.
Like,
too much going on.
Is out here getting diseases and AIDS. Like, I can't. I gotta chill and nah.
Yes. So you're being careful.
Very.
And selective.
Very, very.
Good for you.
You say good for me, but they say bad for me.
They say go out here and do that, young homie.
Yeah, you know what though?
Live the moment.
I was just having a conversation where I say I could be doing a whole lot of young niggas, but I think that I'm redefining what a young nigga actually is or what he's supposed to be doing. You know?
Okay. Well, the last interview we had, we talked a lot about your mom and your family. Yep. That was the first time you said a lot of things that were going to be surprise to her. Where are you now with your mother?
You actually, that interview actually really brought me and my mom's back to here, And I always, like I said before, I never.
So she heard it?
Yeah. And she heard the whole interview.
And what was she just upset?
Nah, not at all. She actually hollered I'm your mom and I love you, and that's just what it is. So, no matter what go on, I'm always gonna love you. So it was just it's cool to know the power that this that this type of shit holds.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
So it was special.
So you're in a much better place then?
Yes.
Good. Has she been to the shows and stuff yet?
Yes.
Good.
And I love my moms. I bring her out sometimes on stage.
I love
She
that.
don't like me to bring her out there, but she come out.
Oh, that's good news, though.
So shout out to you for, being a part
that
of that.
makes me
right
so
there.
happy. That's
Mhm.
great news.
Yeah.
All right. I switched gears, but talk to me about this video.
And the video, Nikki.
Yeah. Come on, give me
No
some
love.
Tell me about this Nikki experience for you. What was that like? Because Nikki's a lot of woman. And she plays your love interest in the video.
She's a lot of women.
She's a lot of woman.
She's a strong woman.
That's what I mean. She's
Yes.
a strong.
No. She's definitely a lot of women physically.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very beautiful.
Mentally, everything.
And on the inside, she's very, very beautiful too.
Did you have a moment where you were recording and you were like,
nah,
feeling her? Because the way you said that just now, I felt like you had a moment.
No. It's not a moment.
Oh,
you
Nikki.
do have to take a moment to step back and say, "God damn, like you bad." You
You did have that moment.
believe that, of
Yeah.
course. Like you are very gorgeous.
Do you say that to her?
Of course,
You do.
yes.
How does she receive that? Thank you. Is there flirting? Is there flirting that happens? Yes, there was.
Nah.
That's so cute.
Nah. Nah.
No.
She make me smile. That's all.
Oh.
She's a cool person.
She is.
But she make me smile for other reasons, like just the person she is.
Mm.
And in the game, I think that so many times it's very rare that you come across somebody who's actually very, very genuine and very, very real and humble and down to earth, especially with somebody who's very aware of like their accomplishments and their success. But for her to just she cool and actually somebody that I consider a friend. And with the video and with the record,
when you have a friend and then you have that relationship, then you do a video where you have to play.
exactly.
It changes the chemistry a little bit.
Does it?
I would think so. Yes. If I had to do a video with Jovan, I would feel weird.
Would
No
you?
disrespect, but yeah. But somebody who I have a different type of relationship, then you go shoot, and they're like action, and then you're like,
Hey man, it's ready, set, go, action. And if you ain't ready when they
you had no
scream
problem. You
action,
adjusting to that mode.
Hey man, that's what this business is all about. That's
You're a
another thing that I'm learning. But the video, it was real cool, and to see her so excited about this, not only the song but the video as well. Like she played a major part in getting everything done. She took it upon herself to go do, like, she like, well, yeah, who spit a hard ass verse and get a video treatment done all in one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think it's cool, and the whole situation is like very dear to me, because I to see somebody, just care about your well-being and actually wanting to see you do good.
You love her.
I got a lot of love for her.
That's okay.
Got a lot of love. I love a lot of people. I got a lot of love for her, though.
That's good. That's good. All right. So video's out.
Yes,
Right.
video is out.
On tour.
Yep.
Getting ready to hit this road with Usher.
Yep.
That's a pretty nice lineup.
Yeah. I'm just hustling and grinding every day.
I saw. I was thinking about you when I first heard the Khaled joint, or when I saw the performance too. What did you do? What awards was that? The MTV award?
No, BT.
It was BET Awards when you all did that together. And I was like, look at August, man. Like, you know,
Is it crazy? I love to know how somebody else feel. How does it feel for
watch
you to see?
For me to see you, I'm saying, look at August, man. He is up there on that stage with Usher and Chris and
Trey.
I mean Trey, and he's there. He made it. Like he's and they're accepting him because
of course,
it doesn't. That's not a given.
It doesn't. Yeah, not a
given. So if it's like two-sided. It's one, I'm thrilled for you, and then it's also like I'm happy that they're that you know what I mean. That
I just wonder when I will feel like, yeah, I made it.
I'm supposed to be here. Like, of course I'm here.
I made it. I want to know what I made it feels like.
You don't feel like that yet?
Now, because I'm not sure what the definition of made it is really, because for me, I still move around like a broke.
Do
Like,
you?
Of course.
I don't believe you. Look at all your jewelry. You don't look broke.
Well,
to
this
me.
is just 2 2 chains, but it ain't. Let me tell. See, even as a broke, when I was really in the slumps,
living in the
I
the
never
convenience store.
ever looked like a bum. I don't think that. You ain't gotta have all the money in the world, but
Clean white tee, iron.
exactly.
Yeah,
You
keep it
never have
iron,
to
it
look
fits.
like you
fresh.
have less than $1 in your pocket, so.
Clean goes a long way, by the way.
Very long way.
Yeah.
A clean could actually end up putting you with a rich ass.
Really?
Believe that. So you might want to stay clean.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good advice for the up and coming. So, that's actually not bad advice. So, what do you? So you don't know? You don't feel like you made it yet, huh?
Well, I just want to know what exactly made it is, because you look at so many people, like you look at B and J and look at how long they've been doing this. I've only been in the game for a year now, and it's funny because I was with Chris and Chris and Tiger, and Tiger had his Maybach, and Chris was in a Lambo.
Of course he was.
And
it was bright blue or yellow or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
The blue one.
It was the blue one.
And,
okay.
And we get out the car, we going in the club, and he like, yeah, little bro, you got to get you one of these. I was like, duh. Like, you don't think I know? I mean, like, I'm hanging with you, rich ass. Like, I know that I have to, but
you ain't there yet.
He made me realize, like, you only been doing this for you just been doing this for a year, and you here now.
Right. Like,
you keep it up, it's so much more that's possible. You like, I've been in this since I was 16, 15, So I know that it's much more to quote unquote made it than what the eye really sees.
And then you always have Chris. You could ride around in his Lambo until you're ready.
But it's one thing about that is I don't like to get too attached to something, so I don't drive things that I can't pay for, because if I wreck that mother, oh no, Breezy, you gotta help me out.
That's so funny. All right, August. So what's next? What do we need to look for?
Just going on a tour with Usher, so you should be there, and pretty much just still dropping new songs. And off the album, dropping songs off the album, shooting videos for Testimony still. Me and Weezy got something coming up soon.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm so excited about it because it's that NO connection, and that's pretty much. I'm just grinding.
Does Weezy give you the extra NO love too? Like, does he?
Like what?
I don't know. I would just think.
What does NO love mean? Like getting a verse for free?
Yeah, or a discount.
Nobody does anything for free.
Okay, but do you get like an NO discount? Do you get like
what's the NO discount is probably $1 off.
You didn't get an NO
because everybody in New Orleans want all their money, and I understand.
But it's not like there's so many people really, at the top of the game from New Orleans. I would imagine there's a certain connection.
Nah, I definitely have a different connection with the whole, the Cash Money family, because I think I told you before. Initially, that's really where I wanted to be in my heart of all hearts, like just because I felt like I'm from New Orleans, it's a family type thing, and they understand, but certain things just don't go as planned, and but it's all love, all love.
And so now you're here and you're doing what? What is it? A song or something? Or
yep,
nice.
Maybe more. You never know.
Oh, you're teasing something. I like that. All right, but there's some sort of August.
Yeah, it's definitely
Weezy
some August and Weezy coming. Yeah,
that sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, baby. Well, congrats on everything. I'm glad you're doing well. You look great. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you, man.
And I will be at the Garden to see it go down.
For sure.
All right, one time for August Alsina for coming through.
Ooh, I gotta piss.
You gotta pee? Go pee. Why you didn't tell me? He went to pee. It's Power 105.1.